Alright, we're back to find out if he's gonna fight you, apologize, or be made to apologize.
The same Paul who humiliated me last night strode toward me. I instinctively backed away, but he kept coming closer. You're approaching me, huh?
He's the Terminator, just nothing stops. Are you Hanakana?
I'll kill you last.
Yeah. I'm glad
He looks like such a fucking douche.
What voice did I give him? Did I give him the nerd, the Italian, or the jock voice?
He's not the Italian. I think he's the jock voice.
Okay. I'm glad I found you.
Peter.
Yeah, Peter Griffin.
He didn't look angry to me. In fact, he looked like he was giving me an odd, lopsided smile.
He had hit his head really hard. I wanted to make sure you weren't hurt or anything.
He clearly suffered a stroke after
You ran off before I could properly apologize.
Yeah, yep. I looked down at my feet. It was embarrassing enough that I ran off crying like a little girl, but to know that I made them feel bad was even worse.
Especially with his weirdly defined cheeks.
And his just anvil straight chin.
One lip.
Yeah.
Just one.
Yep.
Or he's eating the bottom, it's hard to tell.
And his strangely thick nose bridge.
Yeah, this is a caricature, I'll tell you that for free.
At the same time, the image of my ruined uniform popped into my mind. I couldn't tell whether I was more angry or embarrassed, or whether I was feeling something else entirely. Maybe he'll be super cool and offer to pay for your dry cleaning bill.
That would be nice.
You know, like a gentleman would in this instance.
I got you pretty bad, didn't I? I think I ballerinaed too hard.
He tilted his head to the side.
It's a shame you're not wearing the uniform from yesterday. I like the pink splotches on you. It matched your hair.
What a fucking dick. That is the exact wrong... Like, I get that he's trying to make a joke, but that is the exact wrong thing to joke about.
Yeah, that is in fact a terrible thing to say.
A deep, sick feeling crawled up in my stomach and slid into my throat. I vomited all over.
How do you like splotches on your shirt? It's green and matches your soul. No, that's too alpha of a move for him.
Yeah.
To vomit like some lizard.
To use your own bodily functions as a weapon to get even with boys.
Remember, when accosted by jocks, just vomit on them. They have no defense.
My dumb, stupid hair. Everywhere I went, people made fun of it.
Why don't you die? Oh, right, poor.
I thought the normal boots guys were different, and he was trying to apologize. How could he say something like that to me? It's probably because everyone likes your hair, and you're the only one who doesn't.
Yeah, well, no, there was those 3 boys.
Wait, what?
The bullies.
Oh. They're...
they don't even have character portraits, so who cares?
Yeah. Yeah, if you talk to someone and a little picture of them doesn't turn up at the bottom of your screen, they're not important. You can ignore everything they say.
Yeah. And if you don't see that, you're an NPC.
Yeah, you don't have the ability to actually have conscious thoughts. You just act and react.
Oh my god, the fact that people got mad at the NPC meme was the funniest fucking thing to me.
Oh man, there was this one tweet where it's like people actually have an inner monologue and act like they're not the crazy ones.
Yeah, oh yeah, it was just like, people hear stuff in their head and they think they're not the crazy ones. It's like, yeah, don't you hear your own thoughts? No, what are you, crazy? And everyone's just like, oh my god,
it's actually real. Yeah. I didn't believe it until I saw that post.
Because I can't envision someone unable to think.
Like, I've had thoughts that were more or less just an emotion or an image, but, like, I commonly think in words.
Yeah, like, I plan sentences out in my head sometimes.
Yeah.
At the very least. You must have an internal monologue. I cannot believe someone doesn't.
Apparently they're out there.
Oh, fuck.
Not for the first...
And they vote. Ugh.
Oh my god! They do... Oh, I forget who said it. I think it was, it was this one one of the most, like, political
George Carlin?
George Carlin, thank you. Who said, think about how stupid the average person is, and then remember that half of them are dumber than that.
Yep.
Fuck. Not for the first... Oh, I thought it quickly dismissed it. Paul was waiting for a response. Mai gave me a quick nod as if warning me not to mess this up. That's probably not what she meant. She probably meant that this is going okay and you should just roll with it. But I mean, you're suffering from...
Very clear, very chronic issues.
Yeah, you're clearly suffering from social anxiety, so I can kind of sympathize with you not understanding how this works. I mustered up my best smile, hoping that it was at least somewhat convincing. It's okay. I'm fine. Don't worry about it. Like, granted, Paul is kind of stepping into a minefield and hitting every single mine on the way over, but at least he's trying.
I mean, to be fair, it's not like you can look at someone and be like, yeah, you have anxiety.
Plus, it's high school, and no one really knows what they're doing.
Yeah. High school's primary function is to teach you how to reason and respond like an adult.
Yeah.
Doesn't always take.
I always find it dumb that teachers are like, no talking in class, no talking at lunch. The main point of high school is to socialize.
When the fuck did they say don't talk at lunch?
I don't know. Some schools apparently actually do this.
That's dumb.
Yeah, right?
I remember they couldn't stop us at Westmount.
Yeah, fuck, they couldn't stop us from doing most things at Westmount.
Yeah. Oh, I remember when we used to just sit in front of one of the doors and play cards and eat our lunch, and the teachers one time told us not to, and then the principal was like, I don't care, man. The lunchroom's overcrowded and the school's like 1,000 kids over capacity. Fuck it.
Oh, man. I remember one time the old principal of Westmount, I think this was like, it was when I was in grade 9, so the year before you came, told us, because a bunch of us were hanging out in the hallway by a door, that you're blocking the door and that makes you a fire hazard. To which I responded, if there was a fire, we'd get up and move. And she's like, you know what, that's fair. And then she left.
I mean, yeah. I feel like that's one of those sentences you're just told and you just nod and you're like, yeah, that makes sense. Right up until someone actually points out, no, that doesn't.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we should continue. Anyway, I'm more than happy to pay for the dry cleaning.
See, he's a decent person. He's just bad at social stuff.
Josh, Nick, and I... See, he said that sentence stupid. Josh and Nick and I feel real bad about everything. We've never made a girl cry before. I doubt that. Well, not by physically injuring her, I guess. Ah, there it is.
Just by saying the wrong thing at the wrong time because I'm socially awkward.
He's the kind of man who pirouettes in the middle of an open field. He's clearly not all there.
Thank you. I was just going to scrub it out in the sink. Dad and I could never afford things like dry cleaners, so I was surprisingly good at hand washing things.
That thing's gonna need more than just hot water and soap, trust me.
I've been to
He just lifts his shirt and it's just a stream of ice cream stains.
Yep.
I have to be fed at all times. They don't trust me with knives. Tell you what, I have a friend who's a natural with this kind of stuff. I'll ask her to get that stain out for you. Just meet me later. Bring the uniform, okay? I'll try not to kick you this time. No promises.
He's... Like, I get that he's trying to be nice, but he's really not good at how he puts his words.
Yeah.
Also,
I think that may be the point. He's supposed to be the slightly awkward one.
Yep. Also, I'm willing to bet that whoever he has that's going to fix the shirt accidentally, like, dyes it pink or something. To match her hair.
And then she's going to be all upset. Yeah, that's probably what the Rout's going to be. It turns out he just likes pink.
That's going to be it.
Yeah.
Without giving me time to say yes or no, he nodded and turned to leave.
Wait, you didn't even fucking tell us where we're going to meet, though.
He spun back around. I flinched.
Are you, Mai, right? Do you guys have a table? The cafeteria's pretty full right now. You can sit with us, just for today. Yes! Yes! We'll go right now! Right, Hannah?
Lunch.
I wish you'd say, lunch! Okay, okay.
With the Normal Boots Club? Maybe I really could become friends with them.
At least 2 of them.
And then no one would bother me again. Not about my hair or the ice cream incident, right? Yes, please.
Because everyone knows the Normal Boots Club is 100% drama and controversy-free.
Yep.
Not a single issue there.
Honk honk, 13% chicken tendies.
Honk honk, Sailor Moon.
What's that bulge underneath Sailor Mercury's skirt? Don't talk about it.
It's Jared.
The bulge is Jared.
Yeah, she was underage.
I thought the whole thing was he dressed up as Sailor Mercury, and that was some of the nudes that he sent out.
Oh yeah, that was a thing. That's our fucking thumbnail.
Oh, fuck. He led us to the middle of the cafeteria where Normal Boots Club sat with a table all to itself.
Was this the... No, the other guy was the Italian. Hey, I found her. You're Hannah, right?
I nodded, blushing as I took a seat at the edge of the table next to Paul. Mai forced herself between Jared and PBG. Her eyes were only a few sparkles away from forming huge hearts. Real subtle.
So, Hannah, we saw that you were upset and we were all worried. Are you feeling better?
PBG looked at me, clearly concerned.
I got no idea what voice to give this guy.
My heart was beating hard against my chest, but I couldn't be sure whether it was because I was nervous or because the sad look on his face made me want to give him a hug. Or maybe it was because I was about 2 inches away from Paul and only an arm's length away from all the other guys. I've seen this video before. As I tried valiantly to open my mouth, whispers spread around the lunchroom.
Look at those girls over there. Who do you think they are? How come they get to sit there? I wish Senpai would notice me.
That's a little too on the nose.
Oh, this game is on the nose. Main characters get all the luck.
Fuck right off. Suddenly my thoughts turned dark.
I'm surrounded by NPCs. All of these people don't get the Hong Kong meme.
Could it be that my getting close to these guys was setting myself up as a target instead of getting protection? Oh man, Facebook has started banning people if your response is just honk. They know. They know. Also, I saw an interesting ban on Steam where someone, there was a thread on a game that was asking a stupid question, and the man just, the person who got banned just answered N. The guy was banned, the thread was locked.
He had no style. He had no grace.
The memes have become really, really arcane to the point where things can just be confused as the meme.
Oh, man.
It's getting ridiculous. My thoughts spun in my head. I was suffocating. PBG was still looking at me, even more worried than before. I'm fine. Thanks for your concern. Please don't feel bad. It was my fault for getting in the way. I'm sorry for causing such a scene. I should have controlled myself better. I walked into a door handle. It was my fault.
Yeah. He treats me well. He stares. I burned the roast. It was my fault, really.
I hung my head. I wasn't sure how to act around these guys, so I defaulted to extremely polite. My father would have been Oh, that does not jive well with what we were just saying.
I burnt the roast. Hannah, don't apologize. It was Paul's fault, alright, Paulie?
Nick shoved Paul, who looked exasperated.
I apologized as best I could, Nick. Give me a break.
It was a relief that PBG wasn't staring at me anymore, almost no one else was paying me or Mai any attention. Shane, however, was still shooting me quick, suspicious glances. It was almost like he didn't want me there, and I felt uncomfortable.
Hey, Hannah.
How do you like it here so far, Hannah?
Good. How about you? No! I mean, I like it here, thank you. Sure. Thank you, enjoy your meal. Thanks, you too. Fuck!
Enjoy the show. I will. I found the proper alpha move is just to say I will. Because there's no way you could fuck that up, and you sound powerful.
Gerard smiled at me, then turned away. I picked at my food.
We'll see you next time, folks.